Hey, what up? Good morning, crew. Good morning, friends. Good morning, family. Good time to go live. Share a couple nuggets with you, a couple thoughts. Um, as my heart's been a little stirred, and so I'll share with you. Couple thoughts. Hope this be the only live of mine you ever need to listen to because it's just like chatting about, as you move through, and you've heard me chat about your faith, fitness, family, friendships, and finances. I'll tell you the real key that struck me over the last couple of days is you have got to decide what's important to you. You have got to decide who you want to be, where you want to stand, because there's a part where I said this before to myself. People say you can't have everything, but the cool thing is if you know what you want and who you want to be and where you want to be, then you can have everything because those are the things you pursue and chase. And I hope that makes sense a little bit. That you can't have everything, but again, if you know what the few things are that you want and have to have and can't live without, and you pursue those things, and I'm telling you, you'll have everything. And so, a couple thoughts to ponder. And in your life, as you're pursuing and growing and moving, there's things that you're going to do, and there's things that you need to stop doing. And so if you hey Jess, if you had to think of the things that you need to get rid of in your life, and you can think about shoes and clothes and boxes, but I would encourage you, if you wrote anything down, it would be resentment. You are never going to be free to love and to experience and to grow if resentment and hate. I don't even know if hate, and I want to say disdain, but I think the word I come back to is resentment. This is the one thing in peace that will take up this huge spot in your life, and it not only limits you from loving that person that you resent, but I believe that it blocks you, because when you run into people, things that remind you of that, they trigger you. And so it blocks you from that new relationship. So as you're pondering, moving through today, in fact, Trina and I were talking about this yesterday, what she needed to do. We really thought about, what does she really need to do? You know what I mean? What do you really need to do? And I think that many times we'll fill our lives up with things that actually almost keep us from what we need to do. But also, you don't even know what you need to do unless you sat still and quiet and go, you know, who can't I live without? What can't I really live without? What really brings me joy, whether I'm succeeding or I'm in a storm? And I'm telling you that resentment is that piece that if you worked on one thing today, I want you to remove. But by that same token, I want you to really spend time deciding what's important to you, and be careful that you're not pursuing those things that just, if they were really gone, you wouldn't give a shit. Because you might not know how they are gone. So I hope you'll, like I said, I've done much of this in my life. I've raised around fitness and raised around real estate, and you're talking about money and watches and pieces and things. And those ones are neat and kind of fun. If they're gone, you really don't give a shit. And if you have them, they bring you this little bit of joy, but they're really not bringing your soul joy. So as I watch my family members struggle, I feel that the ones that are going to struggle the most are the ones that resented and didn't repair. And so while you have time, because believe me, when you don't have time anymore, you don't have time. That sounds pretty simple, but you won't understand it. I'm sure all of you have gone through this in your life, but it's like funny, if you hate someone or resent someone, you still have time. You know what I mean? If you haven't got to your weight goal, if you haven't got to your money goal, if you haven't got to your savings goal, while you're alive, you still have time. You really do. And even though you not be pursuing it, and you may feel like you can't, but in truth, you do. But when that thing, that piece, that person, that opportunity is gone, and it's gone for good, you don't have time. And unless you have felt that, you won't know what I'm talking about. And so it's kind of a weird feeling when I think about like having gone through, some of the like moving or a divorce, or your children grow up, or just whatever is gone. But if they're still alive, you can still pursue it, if that makes sense. So as I ramble on a little bit, I hope that as you're shooting your selfies and uh you're choosing your filters and you're choosing what you're going to wear and which song goes with your memes and all that, and all that stuff. Is that really what you want to be pursuing? This is not a new subject for me. I'm not going to kid you, because again, as I've pondered and made changes, I've done this. But with passing my father, that really hits you, that you can't go, no matter how much you want. You can't say anything good or bad. It's just done. So, and for each of us, sometimes it's gonna be done. And in fact, you heard me say that in just the last couple uh, messages of mine. Won't keep you here much longer. Is people talk about, like, even in their home-based business, we'll talk about these people are going to be here. I know that they're going to be here and they're going to be here. And I'm telling you, if you live your life like tomorrow's guaranteed to no one, if you live your life like that day that you have that opportunity to work with that person, this is going to be a business piece of it, to work with that person, and you firmly believe that they're going to be gone tomorrow. Then when like I talked with Trina, you don't wait for them to become a promoter. You don't wait for them to say, to drop 5, 10, 15 pounds. You don't wait for them. You don't wait for them to say they want to share. You'll ask them today. So as I take, my struggle, and believe me, I want to share it with you so you use it for good in every area of your life, and like real solid, fundamental, foundational good. Okay. You remember that those people, if you work with everyone that you meet and everyone that comes into your world and your community, and of course your proven community, and you believe they're gone tomorrow, what would you do? You'd take a picture, you'd do a post with them, you'd ask them if you hand samples to their 3 friends, you ask them if they can get a couple samples today, and you would engage them to share, because they're not going to be there tomorrow. So is that, it's easy to lighten the energy of my message and stuff. I just in loss, the good thing about it is that whether you like it or not, it points out to you what was really important to you. So I want this to be used not only in you reflect in your life, but I wanted to use it to encourage you in your business. And again, just like I said, to realize, don't wait for them to use a box of ketones. You don't wait for them to say they want to be a promoter. You engage them immediately in any way that they'll allow you to engage them. But bigger picture, decide. I'll let you go. Decide what's important. Decide what you want to pursue. Because in the end, that's what you're going to have. So, I appreciate each and every one of you. Um, and like everything I see in my world, my life, I believe that it's my choice to take that 105-degree day that people are bitching about and turn it into amazing magic, and take that rainy day and turn it into magic. And the loss of my father, honor him by utilizing what he taught me and such, and hopefully utilize that to not only improve myself, but to improve others also. So, as you know, it's almost 10. It's time to head to the gym. We keep moving, and if I help each and every one of you at all, find value in what we're doing, share it. Together, we'll change a few lives. So, love each and every one of you. Appreciate each and every one of you, and look forward to connecting and seeing y'all. Appreciate you.